In this video, a woman had just left the library late at night and was walking home before realizing she was being followed by a scary man. She was being followed for 5 minutes. Where she went, he went. She double-tapped a button on her necklace which had her receive some emergency texts, and she let them know she was being followed and was feeling distressed. They let her know they have her live location and offered to notify the authorities.
They said they have my live location and offered to send the police.
Not sure what the product she was using, but everyone should probably get one just in case this is you one day. Back in the early 90s, a strange phone number began appearing on billboards and in newspaper ads across North America. It spelled out 1-800-GOLF-TIP, which made it seem like a hotline for golf advice, but when people actually called, they didn't get any tips. Instead, they heard someone breathing into the phone, followed by a voice, described as having an Indian or Middle Eastern accent, slowly counting from 1 to 10 over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. The sequence kept looping with the same pattern, just someone breathing and counting numbers in a calm, repeated tone. It didn't lead anywhere or offer any explanation, leaving callers baffled and eventually hanging up. Eventually, the voice stopped repeating numbers and faded into silence, only to be replaced by a steady stream of static. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Callers who stayed on the line were left confused and uneasy, wondering what the point of the message had been in the first place. If you stayed on the line long enough, things got even weirder. After several minutes of static, callers were hit with a sudden jarring siren. It was loud, unsettling, and completely unexpected, leaving those who heard it shaken and confused. The whole thing was as creepy as it was confusing. People were left wondering what the point of the bizarre counting was, and more importantly, why someone would pay to advertise such a strange number in the first place. Over time, 1-800-GOLF-TIP turned into a kind of modern urban legend. People heard about it through friends, called it out of curiosity, and were all met with that same haunting voice. The mystery became one of the internet's earliest rabbit holes, with discussions about the number showing up as far back as 2003. But because there was no real explanation, theories started flying. Some thought the line might be connected to number stations, those odd shortwave radio broadcasts that send out strings of spoken digits or mechanical tones, often in eerie robotic voices and with no known origin or purpose. Over time, it became something of an urban legend, especially as people struggled to explain what it was for. Was it a spy line like the old number stations used during the Cold War? Was it part of a marketing stunt to gather phone numbers? None of the theories really held water. Then finally, someone on Reddit spent 4 years digging through leads and piecing together first-hand stories. What they uncovered was far more ordinary. In 1994, the PGA and USA Today launched a brief 2-day hotline for golf tips, promoted as 1-800-GOLF-TIP. But after the campaign ended, some of the billboards weren't taken down. When the line expired, the number was reassigned to a phone company's test line with a looping placeholder message. Hence the creepy breathing, counting, and siren. So after nearly 30 years, the mystery was solved. It wasn't a government conspiracy or a viral prank, just a forgotten ad campaign that accidentally became one of the internet's first weird rabbit holes. A terrifying moment caught on camera shows a woman barely escaping being run over by her own car. The incident happened on October 21st, 2024. Somehow, the car started rolling backward while she was nearby. She tried to stop it but lost her footing and was nearly crushed. Watch this. Fortunately, the garage's rolling door intervened at the last second, stopping the vehicle before disaster struck. Seconds later, the woman squeezed down from beneath the door and rushed to soothe her crying child. Despite how close it came to tragedy, she suffered only minor injuries and is now in stable condition. On August 4, 2006, AOL released a text file containing 20 million search queries from around 650,000 users over a 3-month period. Whether this release was intentional or an accident remains unclear. While the users' names were replaced with anonymous numbers, the search histories themselves often revealed a lot about each person. AOL removed the file 3 days later and apologized, but by then, it had already been downloaded and spread widely. Among the users, one in particular, user 927, stood out. Their early searches were harmless, including song lyrics, flowers, and common medical questions. But over time, the searches turned disturbing, crossing into explicit and illegal territory. The shift was dramatic and caught the attention of internet users, sparking online discussions and even inspiring a staged play about privacy and the digital trail we leave behind. Despite the attention, user 927's identity has never been confirmed. The only clue was a search from a Colorado government website, suggesting the user might have lived there. Some believe the device used may have been shared by a household, as the searches switched between innocent and deeply inappropriate topics. To this day, the mystery of user 927 and the full story behind their disturbing search history remains unsolved. A man was caught on camera attempting to ride a waveboard during rough, stormy sea conditions. The water was already choppy and it was clear a storm was looming, yet he went ahead anyway. Unsurprisingly, he lost his balance more than once and was repeatedly thrown into the freezing ocean. Things go from bad to worse in this clip. Just as the man plunges into rough, freezing water, a pod of orcas begin circling him. You can see them surfacing, curious, getting closer. Orcas aren't usually aggressive toward humans, but you never want to end up in their territory, especially in dangerous waters like these. Between the crashing waves and the massive predators just feet away, it's hard to say what's more terrifying. Why he chose to pull this off in such risky conditions is anyone's guess. While hiking in the rain, a man from eastern China lost his footing and slipped off a cliff. He tumbled down the steep slope, and for a moment it looked like nothing could stop his fall. But just before disaster struck, a tree jutting out from the cliff side caught him, breaking his fall and likely saving his life. The entire fall was caught on his own device, and it's hard to watch without wincing. One slip nearly cost him everything. If that tree hadn't been growing out of the cliffside, this would have ended very differently. It's a powerful reminder. When the weather turns bad, even a casual hike can turn into a life or death situation. He got lucky. Most people wouldn't.
Hey, please, can you get out of my house, please?
Okay.
Please, can you get out of my house, please? This is so scary. This is so, no, please, this is so scary. No. This is extremely frightening. And this is my house. I can show you my Amendong. I can show you my visa. I'm Canadian. Please, please. No, this is so scary.
A Canadian woman says she was startled awake in a home in Germany when police suddenly entered the bedroom while she was sleeping, naked. Naturally, the intrusion left her shocked and upset, but the real question is, what were officers doing there to begin with?
No, this is so scary. And the fact that you came into my house and I'm naked in my bed, and you came into my room. That is disgusting.
No.
That is yes, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. No, I'm not closing the door. It's disgusting that you came into my house and I'm naked in my room.
Can I talk to you for a second?
No.
Okay.
How would you feel? How would you feel if someone came into your mother's home while she's naked? While she's naked and it's two men. It's two men. That's disgusting. It's two men. Two men while I'm naked in my bed. What is your problem? You came into my house unannounced. No.
The uploader stated their neighbors called in a fake burglary, but a comment in a German forum offered a different take, claiming the front door looked broken and was left wide open. In Germany, police are expected to check for intruders in cases like that. If that's true, it's tough to fault the neighbors or the officers. They were likely just following standard safety steps.
Unannounced.
Can I talk to? Can you listen?
Please. Can you please get out?
Yeah,
can you
please shut the door.
Thank
from
you
the
so much.
inside.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I was able to pull up the coordinates of this land in Los Angeles on Google Earth, and you can see these words a lot more clear.
A bizarre Google Maps find has stirred up a storm online, all thanks to a post by Instagram user Mark Hanala, known as @You Won't Believe Me official. The satellite image shows a deserted rail yard in Los Angeles, but what caught people's attention were the chilling words seemingly etched across the ground: help, Traffico, LAPD, and humans.
Clearly all of the words saying help, but this one to me was the most concerning. Traffico, and that looks like the word human. That is actually terrifying. This I thought said LAFD, but this is LAPD clearly.
The eerie placement of the text has led many to wonder, was it a cry for help, a warning, or just an elaborate prank? Whatever the truth, the image has gone viral and sparked wild speculation about what might really be happening behind the fences of that forgotten stretch of land.
The word federal, help everywhere, and here it looks like the word FBI. Looks like they want something investigated in this area. Even looking at the street view, help is written all over the street.
As the images made rounds across social platforms, people began to ask whether this was tied to something more sinister. But according to the LAPD and Union Pacific Railroad, the company that owns the land, there is no cause for alarm. A spokesperson explained that the words were written by a man named Jose, who's known locally for trespassing and scrawling messages around the site for years. They confirmed the markings have been there for over a year and no one was or is in danger.
By the way, out of curiosity, do you know who's writing all these help messages and stuff? A guy named Jose?
Yes.
He's writing those messages over there?
Yes.
Why is he doing that? Do you know?
He needs help himself.
So it's just like, is he homeless or?
Yeah, I don't know where he's at, but he needs help himself.
The LAPD confirmed they've had several run-ins with the man behind the strange markings, someone named Jose, who's reportedly declined offers for housing and mental health help. While authorities say there is no sign of human trafficking, the words he left behind, like Traffico and human, have kept social media buzzing. People online can't help but wonder what drove him to carve such alarming messages across a desolate rail yard. And could there still be something more going on beneath the surface? Even if Jose is just one troubled man, some argue that doesn't mean he isn't pointing toward a bigger problem. Mark Hanala, the Instagram user who first shared the discovery, says he's considering checking out the site himself, though many of his followers are urging him to be careful, just in case the truth is darker than anyone expects.
I kind of want to go check this site out myself. So let me know if anyone's ever been in this area. This is absolutely wild.
How does this happen? His ass is fired. Gee.
I'm still scratching my head over what happened with that truck. It almost looked like it got caught in a power line, but seeing it suspended midair like that, completely bizarre. Was it something to do with tension in the line, or did it get snagged just right? I'm honestly not sure. If you got any theories or have seen something like this before, drop your thoughts because this one's a mystery. Flooding carved out the ground under this railway, leaving the tracks dangerously suspended over fast-moving water. With nothing supporting them, only the rails and wooden ties remain, barely holding together. It's a vivid example of how quickly extreme weather can turn infrastructure into a serious hazard. It's wild how something so sturdy can fall apart so fast. It's a stark reminder that even the strongest structures aren't invincible when nature steps in. Hopefully, this track was shut down before disaster struck. On December 21, 2018, the New York Times published what was supposed to be a simple article explaining glitter, what it is, how it's made, and where it's used. But a short, strange moment in the piece ended up launching one of the internet's most bizarre rabbit holes. While interviewing a manager at GlitterX, one of America's top glitter producers, the reporter asked which industry bought the most glitter. The answer, a hard no. The manager said she couldn't say and wouldn't even tell off the record. When pressed, she simply added, "You'd never guess it," and refused to explain further. That one cryptic exchange blew up online. Reddit users swarmed the mystery, trying to guess who the mystery buyer could be. Some believed it was law enforcement using microscopic glitter tags and explosives to help trace where they were made. Others said it had to be the military. Maybe glitter was part of radar, deflecting paint, or stealth tech. A few wild theories even suggested beaches were artificially glittered to attract tourists. But none of those theories held up. It wasn't until nearly a year later, in a podcast episode by Endless Thread, that someone got close to the truth. The biggest buyer of glitter? Boat manufacturers. That sparkle you see in boat paint? It's glitter. And Glitterex may have kept it quiet because of rising environmental concerns. Traditional glitter is made of microplastics, and if people found out boats were shedding it into oceans, it could spark backlash and even bans. So the glitter conspiracy, after all the guessing and viral speculation, turned out to be less about spies or science fiction and more about keeping up appearances. People can get surprisingly territorial when it comes to property lines. So when this man saw his neighbor's tree creeping over onto his side, he took matters into his own hands, grabbing a saw and cutting it down himself. Sure, the neighbor probably should have trimmed it, but was taking it that far really necessary?
Robbery going down at Maplewood Condominiums right now.
What's the full address there?
North Backer Avenue, what unit?
And there's like 4 or 5 of them, they all got guns.
My neighbor just came to my house knocking.
They broke into my window and they said Fresno Police Department. And
Okay.
I looked out for people for a second, it wasn't the cops, and I ran out the back door.
And you guys are in unit.
Yeah.
I'm in unit house robberies.
I see them just keep going back and forth grabbing.
They got guns and stuff and they're just looting his house.
On the morning of January 26, 2025, Fresno police rushed to an apartment complex near North Backer and Shaw after a 911 call reported 3 armed men breaking into an apartment. Surveillance footage showed the suspects approaching, with one carrying a shotgun. After breaking in, they backed an SUV up to the door and began loading a safe into the vehicle. Just as they tried to leave, officers arrived.
It's in the middle of the complex. It's in the middle of the complex. Copy. That is here. Somebody hold shot for you to link up. Oh, thank God, there.
Forward to King 4 p.m. Give me. Stay right there! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! I got the car on the south side. Get on the ground! Don't move!
2 of the suspects were outside the SUV when officer number 1 ordered them to the ground. They ignored him, jumped back into the car, and accelerated toward the officer, prompting him to fire his weapon.
They're trying to drive away. Don't move! Don't move! King 14, they're going back towards you. Stop right there! Shots fired! Shots fired! Stop right there!
The suspects sped off, but officers gave chase. Officer number 3 rammed the fleeing SUV and saw 37-year-old Amicio Mancia reaching for a rifle. He fired through his own windshield before Mancia bailed and ran. Officer number 2 also opened fire, thinking Mancia was armed.
Shots fired! guy in the car still. There's another guy in the car still. Another guy in the car. Let me get that. I got you. I got you. Hey, I'm gonna put this in my car.
A K-9 was deployed and caught Manshia, who was wearing body armor and had a gunshot wound. He was hospitalized and later booked for robbery, assault on an officer, and weapons charges. Passenger Antoine Manshia, 43, was arrested at the scene and booked for robbery and multiple firearm violations. An AR-15 style rifle was found in the SUV, and the shotgun was recovered inside the apartment. The safe they tried to steal fell out of the SUV during the chase. Detectives later identified a third suspect, 28-year-old Aaron Guerri, who was arrested on January 29 and booked for home invasion robbery. On March 23, 2001, a man named Ted started posting online about a strange caving experience. It all began a few months earlier when he and his friend B discovered a small hole near the bottom of a cave they thought they knew well. Ted felt a breeze coming through it, suggesting a hidden section beyond. Excited by the idea of exploring new ground, they returned weeks later to widen the passage, but things quickly got unsettling. The wind grew stronger and they heard strange rumbling sounds. They dismissed it as outside noise, but then their dog refused to enter the cave, and they both heard a terrifying scream from the hole. When the path was finally wide enough, Ted crawled through and found a perfectly round boulder in a small chamber, along with strange drawings on the walls. He snapped some photos, but none of them developed. They brought along another caver named Joe, who backed out almost immediately and wouldn't say why. Ted went back in alone and noticed the boulder had moved. He panicked and ran, only to feel something tugging on his rope. His friend cut the rope and they escaped. Ted later wrote that they were planning one final return trip to get video evidence, but he never posted again. For years, readers debated whether the story was real. Eventually, in 2004, Ted joined a forum and admitted the whole thing was fiction. They really did explore a cave and take the photos, but the supernatural parts were made up. Still, the story is now considered the internet's first creepypasta and helped launch a genre that's still going strong today. A horrifying moment was caught on video from November 7, 2024, when an oil tanker exploded on the highway. The truck was immediately engulfed in flames, sending thick black smoke billowing into the sky. 2 people were killed in the blast and 2 others were seriously injured. Two nearby vehicles caught fire, making the situation even worse. Emergency crews rushed in, pulled 2 injured victims from the scene, and got them to the hospital. Sadly, 2 people died. Both sides of the highway were shut down as firefighters worked to contain the blaze. The cause is still under investigation, but the aftermath is both tragic and horrifying. Somewhere in Southeast Asia, a man was loading bags onto a truck using a makeshift ramp, a narrow, shaky plank of wood. Just as he reached the edge of the truck bed, the plank gave way beneath him. Keep watching. As the man hauls the bag up the truck using a flimsy wooden plank, things suddenly go wrong. The board slips out from under him, sending him crashing down. The bag hits the ground and he stumbles, just as a massive truck rushes by, missing him by inches. In a split second, he twists and catches himself, narrowly avoiding disaster. One misstep nearly turned routine work into tragedy, but his quick reflexes saved him. Everything came crashing down for 21-year-old Marie Aviles on April 23, 2025. She worked at a Hollister in Boca Raton, Florida, and that day she ended up in handcuffs, facing charges she probably never thought she'd have to explain. It all started with an anonymous tip to Hollister's ethics hotline. Someone claimed a stock associate had been stealing clothes in a pretty bizarre way. That employee turned out to be Marie. According to the tip, she'd been stuffing items into a hydro flask. Yep, the kind of water bottle people people carry everywhere and quietly walking out with them. Loss prevention opened a quiet internal investigation, and sure enough, things started adding up. By the time the police were looped in, it was obvious this wasn't just a one-time slip-up. Marie had apparently been doing this on and off since late summer 2023, not long after she got hired. She later admitted it started small, maybe just a tee or a pair of leggings, but when no one noticed, she got more confident.
This is Marie. She has taken some merchandise over like the past year, I would say, and we've got that merchandise here. She was nice enough to bring it back to us today. She never more.
This whole pile?
Yes, sir. So it's 26 items valued at $750, $70 before tax. However, it is under in each separate occasion. She never took this all. Like, this is over an extended period of time.
When officers showed up at the store, Marie didn't fight it. She even brought back a bunch of the stolen items. 26 pieces worth around $750. Some still had tags, others looked barely worn. She told them she'd taken more than 55 items total, probably worth about $1,500. Sometimes she'd sneak stuff out in her solid-colored water bottle, which employees were allowed to carry around, or she'd wear the clothes under her outfit. Some she gave to friends. Others were at her family's house in Orlando and couldn't be recovered. During a private interview, cops read her rights. She said she had written a statement for the store with a little help from her manager to format it, but said everything in it was true. Her reason? She was just trying to save money. And when nothing happened after the first couple of times, it turned into a habit. It felt easy, she said.
So I see that you've already written out a statement. Is that statement accurate, what you provided to your manager over here?
Yes.
Okay. That was a lot of stuff on that list. Did you like keep a log of everything, like when you were stealing it, or?
No, it's just like.
Because that's like a big list of items. I know some of which like you didn't return, which is fine.
Yeah.
But like it's actually like surprising that you actually remembered everything what it was, because it's like completely itemized. So.
I mean, before I wrote that down, we like talked about it for a bit.
And is that when you started stealing things from the store? When was like the first thing that you were?
I don't remember the first. Probably something like small, like a tank top. And then I think it was like 2 months into me being hired here.
Okay. And it says that when you were stealing stuff, you would use like a water bottle or something?
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
I have a thermal water bottle, so you can't see through it. So I'll just like put stuff in there.
You would put it in the water bottle. Mm-hmm. How big is the water bottle?
It's like a 24-ounce Hydro Flask. Like it's kind of thin.
Okay, and each time, was it always that with that, or were there other methods in how you things?
That, or just wearing stuff under my clothes.
And how did they find out?
I have a camera.
Okay, and then did they call you in today? And
I just worked today, so I just came in.
I know it says in here that you're apologetic and stuff, but unfortunately they do want to prosecute, so we do have to go through that process. I'll kind of explain to you where we go from here afterwards, but being that it's a little over $700, $750, unfortunately, you'll probably have to go take the ride today to jail, okay?
The most painful part? Marie was a criminal justice major at Atlantic University. She wanted to work in law enforcement, maybe with domestic cases. The irony wasn't lost on the officers. One tried to offer a little comfort. This isn't the end of the world, he told her. You're not a bad kid. You just made some dumb choices. Learn from it.
You say you're in school? What school?
I'm at Atlantic University.
Okay. What are you studying?
Criminal justice.
What are you trying to do? Law enforcement or a lawyer or?
Right now I'm thinking maybe like something with domestic.
Okay. Look, this ain't the end of the world, right? So you're being charged with it, right? You go through the court process, you go through the whole ordeal. You might be able to get this corrected, depending on what the judge sees, and obviously you're a student and stuff. Just take this as a life lesson learned, right?
Yeah.
You seem like a great kid, made some bad decisions, and you're in this position now, right? You have nobody else but to blame but yourself, unfortunately. Sometimes when it seems too good to be true, like I'm sure the first few items were like, oh wow, it's easy, right? I kept on going. There's a reason why people get caught. There's a reason why there's police officers. People get caught all the time because it goes on forever. But this is not bad because there's other people that steal more valuable things, and they're probably looking at a little bit longer, sentences and things like that because they do it so often. They get caught so often. Again, you seem like a great kid. You just made a stupid decision, and hopefully this ends here.
Still, her remorse didn't change the outcome. Marie was hit with felony charges, grand theft and organized fraud, both under $20,000. Before heading to jail, a female officer searched her, and Marie quietly gathered her things, including a black bag she asked to keep. The footage ended with her walking out of the store, calm but clearly overwhelmed. A criminal justice student now facing a record, all because of a few small choices that spiraled into something much bigger. Back in late 2017, users on 4chan started noticing something strange with Google Translate. When they typed in random broken strings of letters like repeating O and P or mixing P's and S, the app would spit out eerily coherent sentences. One string told users to click on the image to view more. Another talked about having a chronic disease or feeling intense pain. Some even produced phrases that looked like private emails or Facebook posts. Most of these bizarre results showed up when translating between Somali and English, which made people think it could be a glitch in how the system handled that language pair. Still, it was odd how specific some of the translations were. They didn't read like typical machine errors. They felt more like snippets of personal conversations. Some speculated it was a rogue Google employee messing around. Others thought it was a hidden Easter egg left behind for fun. And of course, there were wilder ideas too, like Google Translate becoming self-aware and trying to communicate. Most likely, though, it was a bug, possibly caused by how Google systems handle massive amounts of data across its different services like Gmail, Drive, or Search. If that's true, it's a bit scary from a privacy standpoint. Google never commented on the issue, but whatever caused it seems to have been quietly fixed. Today, if you try the same input combinations, nothing unusual happens. Whatever this was, it's one of those strange internet mysteries that kept people guessing and digging for answers. Check out this intense confrontation between a man and a shark. As the shark inches closer, the man scares it off with a harpoon. The shark swims away, and the man has quite the story to tell for life. On November 7th, 2024, police were called to a shooting. While they were on their way, they learned that a 78-year-old man had been wounded in the face. By the time the officers got there, the suspect had already taken off. Luckily, there were witnesses there who gave some key info.
Hey, we got an address. Hey, suspect just called in and said Ravenswood. Jabbar, let's go!
Take it right. Just keep going to a tighter and go straight. Again, we got a new rule in place. Please follow it.
I was headed the other direction, getting ready to turn left at that light up there. But I saw the two vehicles side by side in my rearview mirror. And I heard them arguing.
And then you were right behind, you said?
Yeah, I pulled off to the side and I put some pressure on his head. My work car is right there.
It's the 18th.
There's no dash cam on it though.
And then I saw the white man pull the gun shoot him in the face like 4 to 5 times, and he pulled up and jumped out, and I said, "Are you okay?" And he stood out, the black gentleman, and he said, "No, I'm not okay." And I grabbed my blanket out of my car and wrapped it around his head, and I just couldn't. I said,
That's how I ended up there.
Yeah, and I looked at him, I was like, I can't wrap it. I knew we could wrap it tight, but I couldn't. So, and that's what we saw.
It's the house after that. You should see the van. Is it that van or a truck? Keep going. It's the first house on the right, past Austin. See him? Okay. Look, he's right there at the corner. Go! He's at the corner.
Okay, I didn't know what you wanted.
I said first house on the right after Austin.
Where do you want me to stop?
Right here.
Police find the van and the suspect, and this happens.
Hands! Hands! Okay. Okay, just listen, okay? Where's the firearm?
On my side, sir.
Okay.
Stay back.
Don't move, okay?
Stay back.
No. What?
I'll go hands.
Okay.
Put your hands on the back of your head.
Okay.
Face away from me.
Okay.
Walk back towards the sound of my voice.
I'm in line with you.
All right. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Stop.
I'm no threat.
Take 3 steps to your right.
Man, move! Get out of here.
Keep coming. All right.
Everything's all right.
Just come back to the sound of my voice.
Sir.
Keep coming. You go hands.
Go hands.
Keep coming.
Okay, sorry. I just did. You're all right. I'm no threat. You're all right.
Dude, just put the.
I didn't. Sorry. I'm not fighting anything. I'm not doing anything. You guys are all right. I promise. There's nobody in there.
You guys going?
I'm the only one in there. You guys are doing a great job.
Police detain the suspect and locate the firearm.
Right here on my hip. It's in a holster. It is loaded. You can grab the whole clip and just pull the whole holster off.
I got your phone, dude.
Oh, sorry. I was just holding on to it.
He claims it was self-defense, and his family, especially his daughter, was devastated.
He had the firearm on his hip.
What?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I didn't see where it was.
He said he had it. You talked to her. That's his mom.
Got it.
See you.
Okay. So obviously he contacted you. What did he say to you?
He said that some guy in traffic pulled a gun on him, and he was trying to wreck into him to get him.
Okay.
And he had already pulled the gun, and he said he pulled his gun.
Okay.
And that's all I know. This guy wrecked into me, and when I stopped in traffic, sir pulled a gun on me and then aimed it at me. I was just reacting to self-defense, officer.
Okay.
This guy pulled a gun on me, officer. I don't know.
He said this guy pulled a gun on him, and he said he pulled his gun. He was trying to get up the road, and the guy's trying to run into him to run him off the road.
They were both in cars.
I guess.
The guy was in another car.
Yeah.
I was in self-defense, okay? We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get through this, okay? Hey, babe. The man pulled a gun and pointed it in my face, okay? It's gonna be all right. Hey, we're gonna be all right. I don't know what's going on, but we'll just play it one day at a time, okay? I don't know what's going on yet.
If he does go to jail, he'll call from there. If he doesn't, he'll call from your cell phone. I am. Let's put him with the stuff. We'll take care of it. Don't worry, dear.
You only know your boss, Rick's phone number.
That's it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I got to take him down to the station now, guys.
Thank you guys for letting us.
The man now faces charges of felonious assault and improper handling of a firearm in a vehicle. Thankfully, the 78-year-old victim has recovered from the gunshot wound to his face. After posting a $100,000 bond, the suspect was placed under house arrest as he waits for his day in court.
You're not going to make the fight and see your girls. I'm good, Chef. Remember your girls. I'm good, Chef. You don't care about the girls? You don't care about the girls. I'm good, Chef. You don't care about the girls. Just hush. You don't care about the girls.
This guy clearly had enough. He stood in the hallway, loudly venting to everyone in earshot about a terrible experience with American Airlines. His partner stepped in, trying to calm him down, gently reminding him to think of the girls, but he wasn't having it. He was set on making sure the whole building heard his side of the story.
Everybody, just American Airlines is over. Start. Here we go. Dustin, here. I'm not kidding. Don't talk to me more. You don't care about the girls? So I want to tell you about Shelby and Dolly. Shelby and Dolly. Shelby and Dolly. Remember I'm gonna do it for you. Shelby and Dolly. That's it. Shelby and Dolly. Remember them. Shelby and Dolly. Remember them.
He tries to cool off, but the frustration keeps boiling over. Even when another passenger politely asks him to take a step back, he snaps, unable to hold it in any longer. His need to vent clearly outweighs any attempt at staying calm.
Really, look, I have a thing for dogs.
Polybius is the name of a mysterious arcade game rumored to have briefly appeared in Portland, Oregon in 1981 before vanishing without a trace. The story goes that only one cabinet ever existed, simple in design, lacking flashy artwork, and featuring a strange puzzle-like game with action elements that was supposedly so addictive, players would get dizzy or even faint from playing too long. But the unsettling part wasn't just the gameplay. According to legend, men in black suits, thought to be government agents, would regularly visit the arcade, not to play the game but to collect data from it. This led to speculation that Polybius was part of a secret government mind control experiment, with side effects ranging from memory loss to night terrors. After just a short time, the machine allegedly disappeared, fueling its myth even further. Despite how widely known the story has become, there's no solid proof Polybius ever existed. No ads, news articles, or arcade records from the 80s mention it. The only evidence includes a title screen and a blurry photo of a game cabinet, both of which are likely fakes or modern recreations using a modified Namco machine. The first known online mention of the game was in 2000 on a site called coinop.org, long after its supposed debut. Since then, the legend has only grown, with fans creating their own Polybius-themed cabinets, further blurring the line between fiction and reality. So, where did it all come from? Most likely, Polybius is a blend of real memories and urban myth. In the early 80s, arcade games with bright vector graphics like Tempest were intense and could cause eye strain or nausea. Arcades were also known to attract trouble, truancy, gambling, and the occasional police visit. Mix all that together and you get a story like Polybius, a legend born from fragments of truth, creative storytelling, and decades of internet speculation. Whether it ever existed or not, it remains one of the most iconic myths in gaming history. As firefighters in Australia rush toward the blaze, everything seems under control until it's not. Out of nowhere, the fire shifts, growing faster and fiercer. What started as a drive toward danger turns into a moment of panic as the flames suddenly close in. This clip shows just how quickly conditions can spiral, even for trained professionals.
Here it comes, the head's coming. Nick, slow down. Can't even get it. We're going to go in the burn over very, very quickly now. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Get the fucking front in. Burn over, Scotty, burn over. Burn over, Scotty. Jesus Christ! Turn up! General broadcast, if any units are out there. I've activated Moto. Who's at the back? Mayday, Mount Tiger's no water. We are on Hosley's Road, Woolshed. So go back there. I got your farmer. Where's Daddy? Hosley's Road, Woolshed, not for a cannonball. Let this thing go fast, drive your way quick. Have a circulation of McTorrance, especially in the back of us. Who's in front of us? I have two men out of the clients. I've got no idea where they are. Roger, we'll stand 115, any further transmissions in further time. Hello, fire.
telephone captain are 2 men out of the advised. Mount Torrens has reversed into Carpay.
As firefighters in Australia rushed toward a growing blaze, the fire suddenly shifted directions, cutting off their escape route and trapping them in its path. Realizing the danger, they immediately radioed a mayday, hoping help would come fast. Even though they were trained for emergencies, the fire's unpredictability turned this mission into a life-or-death situation. There's little information available about what happened next, but this clip is a chilling reminder of how fast wildfires can spiral out of control, especially in a country where dry seasons, intense heat, and wind make conditions ripe for disaster. In this wild clip from Oregon, a man spots an opportunity and takes it. It's just before 4:30 in the morning on November 15th. Workers at Elephant's Delicatessen are busy loading food into a delivery truck. The engine's running, the back doors are open. Then out of nowhere, a man strolls across the parking lot, notices the unattended truck, and climbs right in like it's his. He tries to take off while employees are still loading it. The whole thing plays out on surveillance, and you can't help but wonder what was going through his head. As one employee loads up the last batch of food, the truck suddenly pulls away, still running, causing boxes and supplies to tumble out of the back as it moves. One of the employees managed to cling to the side of the truck for a few moments before realizing it was safer to let go. Thankfully, the truck had a GPS tracker, which helped officers locate it later. But even then, the suspect didn't give up easily. Police say the 29-year-old resisted arrest and is now facing several serious charges, including attempted kidnapping. On December 6, 2024, police were called to a hotel after someone reported that two little ones, just 1 and 3 years old, had been left alone in a room for hours. A hotel employee heard them crying, checked the room, and found no adult around. That's when they called the cops. When officers showed up, the kids were still alone. One needed a diaper change, and it was clear they'd been left for quite a while. Later, the mom returned and immediately got defensive. She claimed her sister was supposed to be watching them and that she had only stepped out for 30 to 40 minutes. But police had already been there longer than that, and hotel staff said no adult had been in the room for at least 2 hours before they arrived.
So can you tell me what's going on?
Yeah, we got called because your kids were by themselves.
No, they weren't.
Who was here then?
My sister was just here.
Okay, they weren't here for the last 30 minutes when the worker came and checked. So that's why we're here. Baby was like grabbing at that he needs a diaper change, I think. I've at least been here for 12 minutes and the person who called had been here for some time before calling, so.
This is ridiculous, honestly. Okay, so you have to stay in the room now with me?
I'm waiting because you keep going out there and I need to make sure these kids are good because you weren't here for like 30 minutes or no one was here. An adult was not here for 30 minutes with them.
They were both sleeping. My sister just came out and I went to the store.
For 30 minutes?
My sister was here.
Ma'am, I'm telling you, the person who called is someone who works here.
Okay, I understand that.
When officers asked for her sister's contact info, she said she didn't have a number, just Facebook on a laptop. She couldn't say where her sister was or who gave her a ride.
Officer's in there watching your kids. We'll go in there and talk to them. Go inside and watch your children, please.
Okay. This is bullshit. I swear.
Who was what's your name that was watching them? How do you spell that? Can you stay over here, ma'am?
I'm trying to hear what's going on, so.
And a phone number?
I don't have her phone number. I literally have a laptop. You see, I don't even have a phone.
How do you speak to her?
Facebook.
Okay, can I?
I just gave you her name. I don't have a phone number. I don't even have a phone.
Eventually, she admitted her sister didn't have a key and she left the door unlocked while she ran out. More officers and a fire captain arrived. They explained that because of the young ones' ages and how serious the situation was, they had to take them to the hospital to be checked out and contact DCFS.
You got a good toy there, huh?
They were left unattended. She says just 30 minutes, but it claims like 2 to 4 hours.
You don't have a phone? How would anyone contact you?
Well, I just contact, are you saying how do I communicate with my family and everyone?
Yeah, say I'm trying to contact you. How would I contact you?
Through Facebook Messenger.
Facebook. Right. And then do you live here at this hotel?
Yeah.
This room? Okay. Just tell me what happened.
I was gone for 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay. And you left. Was your sister in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can see on the cameras. She comes here frequently.
Mm-hmm.
She showers here.
Does she have her own room key to the door?
No, she would need mine. She has a key to get in through the doors, but My door is currently off. That's how you guys were able to get in.
So we have to take the kids to the hospital.
So am I going with my kids?
Well, we are taking them to the hospital so that they can get medically evaluated, and then we're going to have to contact DCFS to see what they want to do from that point. I can't tell you what DCFS
So
is
you're telling me
say.
you're taking my kids away from me?
They are going to the hospital to be checked out because the information that we've been provided is that they've been left there for several hours since before 2 o'clock. So we have an obligation to make sure that the kids are safe.
That's when things got emotional. The mom begged them not to take her kids, insisting they were fine. But the officers reminded her, leaving toddlers alone, even briefly, just isn't safe. Her partner showed up too, and both parents were clearly upset. The officers stayed calm, saying this wasn't about punishment. It was about making sure the young ones were safe.
To make sure that they're okay. They have to be examined by a medical professional. I don't feel that...
Am I not given the right to go with my kids to the hospital?
Well, that's one thing we're going to be kind of talking about at this point. Just 1 second.
Say you call her on your laptop.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing, and you can have your laptop, and you can call, text, however you need. Deja, can you stay out here?
Call your mom or call someone because they're trying to take our kids.
You're gonna take our kids?
Yeah. So again,
let's not make this any more complicated than it needs to be.
The kids are going to the hospital to get checked out by a medical professional because our investigations reveal that they've been left here alone since 1:30 p.m., which is completely unacceptable. We have an obligation to make sure that the kids are in a good medical condition, and so we are going to make sure that they're examined at a hospital, and we're going to call DCFS for further direction. That's what it is.
So do we get our kids back after the hospital?
We're going to have to call DCFS. DCFS is going to make that determination. We're going to have to call DCFS.
And I'm supposed to trust that you guys are gonna.
You can trust us, believe me. We will do a good job of making sure that your kids are cared for. Okay? And again,
you can't even come with him.
That's what I'm saying.
One
I
thing.
don't have a cell phone. How are you guys gonna tell me what's going on the updates with my daughter?
We'll be with you. But one thing I will tell you is, although you're upset and frustrated, cooperation is going to be very important to make sure that this is a smooth process. If you want your kids back, then you need to cooperate.
I already went through this shit before.
I'm going to try to reiterate what the officer was saying, all right? On behalf of the Elgin Fire Department, we have to make sure that the kids are well taken care of.
In the end, the mom was arrested for child endangerment. The video ends with officers taking the children for evaluation and the mom being led away in custody, leaving the rest in the hands of DCFS. It's one of those heartbreaking cases that makes you wonder, was it just a bad decision, or is there more to the story? Either way, those kids were put at risk, and the consequences were real. A shocking crash in Fitchburg was caught on camera when a full-sized bus slammed into the terminal, smashing through the glass and trapping someone beneath it. The impact shattered windows and left the area in chaos as emergency crews rushed to the scene. You see people rushing in to help, but no one's quite sure what caused the crash. Faulty brakes, distracted driving, whatever it was, the good news is the person who was hurt is in stable condition and expected to pull through. The person decided to go skating across Lake Baikal, the deepest lake in the world. But it's not just the visuals that grab your attention, it's the sound. As the skater glides over the surface, the ice beneath echoes with sharp, otherworldly noises. The cracks, creaks, and reverberations are intense and eerie, reminding you just how alive frozen nature can feel. Lake Baikal in Siberia, Russia, is the deepest freshwater lake in the world and also one of the oldest, dating back around 25 million years. It holds roughly 20% of the Earth's unfrozen freshwater, which is already impressive. But one of the most fascinating things about it happens when the lake freezes over. When people skate across the ice, the sounds are unreal. As the thick, clear ice expands and shifts with a changing temperature, it produces sharp cracks, deep groans, and eerie echoes. It's not just background noise. Some of the sounds are so strange, they actually resemble laser blasts from a sci-fi movie. And it's not just nature doing its thing. When skaters glide across the surface, their weight can trigger even more cracks, which adds to the eerie, echoing soundtrack under their feet. If you ever find yourself skating on Baikal, be ready for an unforgettable soundscape. It's beautiful, but it's also a little haunting. Workplace accidents can happen in the blink of an eye, even during routine tasks. In this clip, a worker is seen unloading a truck and securing the cargo doors. It looks like just another ordinary day, but as he goes to close the doors, something goes wrong. A sudden shift causes the door to snap back violently, catching him off guard. It's a jarring moment that reminds us even the most familiar jobs can turn dangerous without warning. Always stay alert, especially when working around heavy equipment. The moment the tailgate unexpectedly started rising on its own, the worker panicked. Instead of stepping back, he jumped onto it, trying to stop it manually. It was an instinctive reaction, but the wrong one. Machines like this aren't built to handle sudden human interference, especially not with someone's full weight. A simple job turned dangerous in seconds. On November 4th, 2013, a Reddit user named Traumatized posted an album on the What's in This Thing subreddit. It showed an old wooden box he found near a dumpster. At first glance, it looked like just another antique case, but what was inside told a different story. Hundreds of papers filled with bizarre drawings, UFO sightings, diagrams of strange machines, and creepy sketches of creatures were all packed in. Most of the work was credited to a man named Daniel Christensen. There were also maps, globe projections, and pages of handwritten notes, some clear, others borderline incoherent. Some clues suggested Daniel might have been a World War II vet, which could explain his mental health issues. His obsession with aliens spanned decades, with documents dated between 1937 and 1977. His earlier work seemed more thoughtful, but over time it spiraled into something more chaotic, almost paranoid. One recurring theme in the box focused on July 7, 1977. Daniel believed a tornado hit Tampa Bay that day, but he claimed the storm was just a cover-up for alien ships landing on Earth. He even drew illustrations showing the inverted pyramid building at St. Petersburg Pier as the landing site. Here's where it gets even stranger. While no real tornado hit that day, there was a huge laser light show held at that very pier on July 7th. Daniel may have seen the lights, misunderstood what he was witnessing, and built an entire belief system around it. In this box, it was just a piece of what he created. Another Reddit user later claimed she once lived in the house where the box came from and found entire rooms filled with Daniel's odd machines and notes. Sadly, most of it was thrown away. What Traumatized found was just a sliver of one man's lifetime of obsession. Driving on a slick, muddy road might seem manageable until it's not. One moment you're in control, the next you're skidding sideways without warning. In this clip, another driver caught the exact moment someone lost traction, highlighting just how quickly things can go wrong when conditions are less than ideal.
Nossa senhora.
Eu não acredito.
Putz.
Oh, meu Deus.
The SUV driver clearly underestimated the danger of the muddy road. In a split second, their confidence turned into a close call for a nearby couple. The vehicle slipped off the edge and vanished into the abyss. But somehow the driver survived the plunge. It's a reminder that on roads like this, even a small mistake can cost you everything.
Nossa senhora. Nossa senhora.
Eu não acredito.
Putz.
Oh, meu.
In 2023, a pair of pit bulls caused unexpected chaos when home security cameras captured them tearing into a parked car. The reason? They were reportedly trying to get to the homeowner's cat, who was hiding inside. The footage shows the dogs clawing and biting at the vehicle, leaving it damaged and the owners stunned. This time, it wasn't people behind the destruction. It was two determined dogs on the hunt.
On the video, you could see both of them tugging on it, and they were tugging so hard that my car moved.
The dogs went into a frenzy. Their jaws were so powerful they ripped the front fender clean off the car and even shifted the SUV from its spot. It turns out they weren't after the car at all. They were trying to reach the family cat who had taken refuge inside the engine bay. Fortunately, the cat managed to slip away unharmed once the chaos ended.
Nobody believed me until they saw it on tape. It was just bizarre. Nobody believed that dogs would do that.
It's still unclear whether the dogs belonged to someone nearby or if they were strays roaming the area. It all kicked off when a guy was quietly walking through a Walmart, nothing flashy, just blending in, but store security had their eye on him. Turns out, they suspected he was the same guy who'd swiped a $999 laptop from the display a few days earlier. So, when police spotted him in the store again, they stepped in to check him out. That's when things took a turn. An officer approached calmly and asked for his ID. Right away, the guy got weird, dodging questions, saying stuff like, "You don't need my name," but the officer wasn't buying it. He made it clear this wasn't just some random shopper, they were dealing with a suspect. And then the guy made a bad call. He tried to walk away. The officer grabbed him and chaos broke out.
Let me see your ID.
Oh, I don't have it with me.
Who are you?
I'm just.
Who are you?
What do you mean who I am?
Who are you?
I'm just me.
What's your name?
Well, you don't need my.
Yeah, I do.
You need my name because I'm shopping?
I need your name because I know you're a suspect.
Why would I be a suspect?
Look over.
Don't touch me. Why are you grabbing me, bro? Hey, you don't have to do all that.
Go down.
Hey, I don't have a problem, bro. I don't have a problem.
He's behind your back.
Look, my buddy's here. Look, hey, he's got my ID. Hold on.
He's behind your back.
The man started freaking out, yelling, refusing to follow commands. "He's got my ID, he's got my ID," he kept shouting.
He's got my ID.
He's behind your back, he's got your tased.
Damn it. Listen.
Hands behind your back.
Can I get it?
Hands behind your back.
Look, he's got my ID, God damn it. Listen, I wouldn't lie to you. God damn it, bro.
Give me your hands behind your
Why
back.
are you doing that?
Hands behind your back.
Stop.
Hands behind your back.
Stop.
Hands behind your back.
Hey, sir.
The officer warned him over and over, comply or get tased, but the guy kept fighting, twisting, pulling away, not letting them cuff him. He kept yelling, "I'm not trying to fight," but his actions said the opposite. He kicked, struggled, screamed for help. One officer held his legs while the others tried to get his arms. He was strong and he wasn't making it easy. Then it got even more serious. At one point, he reached toward his pocket and that's when they hit him with a taser. That finally slowed him down.
Could you please?
Roll over.
Listen. I need to get the ID.
You're going to get tased.
I know,
Behind
sir.
your back.
Yes, sir. Listen.
Hands behind your back.
Yes, sir.
Now.
Can I get my phone?
Hands behind your back.
We can do this like a.
Hands
Ow,
behind your
God
back.
damn it. Ow, God damn it. Ow,
Hands behind
God.
your back. Hands behind your back.
I don't.
Hands behind your back.
Yes, sir.
Hands behind your back. You get it again. Stay down.
Damn it. Why are you
Stay
doing
down.
that? I've got my freedom.
Stay down.
Hey, you should do that.
Stay down.
Hold on. Listen to me. Talk to me. Around the corner, please. Please talk to me. Walk to the thing.
No.
Walk.
No. Get
Please,
out.
Sir. Please, sir. I'm asking you. I'm asking you, please. Not in the
Stay
car.
down.
Not in the car. Listen to me. God damn it.
Stay down.
I'm asking you. Listen to me. I haven't.
294. Taser deployed.
Give it. I'm trying to tell you something. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm trying to take down. Listen, I'm not even trying to
put your hands behind.
Stop. God damn it, stop.
Your hands.
If you listen
back.
God damn it.
I got his legs.
Why are y'all doing this?
Because you're not listening. Hands behind your back.
Please, sir, help me out. Please.
I'm gonna help.
I asked you, God damn it, you don't put me in cuffs.
Put your hands
Don't put me in cuffs.
behind your back.
God damn it. Please. I'm asking it. God damn it.
Okay, you come.
God damn it.
No, you don't.
Don't do this.
Get that hand.
I just God damn it. Don't do it. Bro, stop. Stop. We walk?
No.
Don't do it. I'm sorry.
Too late for sorry.
I wasn't trying.
Too late for sorry.
You know what, trying to do that. I just didn't want to hear it.
Don't touch me.
Sorry. I'm asking nice. Please. That's all I ask.
Listen.
God
All right?
damn it.
All right, so listen to me.
Yes, sir.
We're going to go ahead and oblige. Are you relaxed?
Yes, sir.
Are you calm?
I swear I am, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna roll you over. I'm gonna set you, listen to me. I'm gonna set your feet down. We're gonna sit you on your butt, okay?
Thank you, man.
All right, my man.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Once they had him on the ground and under control, the mood shifted. He calmed down a bit, sat there exhausted, and started talking. He said he wasn't a bad guy, that he messed up, he got emotional, talked about trying to get his life together for a girl he cared about, said he'd been running with the wrong crowd.
You're not running, man.
No, I know. That's what I said.
Anything else in your pocket? Cliff?
Yeah.
All right.
Look, listen.
What's up?
I was trying to do something. Trying to help out a little bit. I even quit all this shit. You know, because the girl got me on it.
Top
I
button.
love her to death, bro. I'm gonna tell you something.
What's up, bro?
I'm not as bad as you think.
No, I don't think you're a bad guy. We all got situations.
I'm trying to do something. Trying to help out a little bit. I even quit all this shit. You know, because the girl got me on it.
Top
I
button.
love her to death, bro. I'm gonna tell you something.
What's up, bro?
I'm not as bad as you think.
No, I don't think you're a bad guy. We all got situations.
I'm trying to.
So as far as you know, he came in alone?
There is another guy
male
swirling
somewhere
around
here.
who was supposed to be his lookout.
What does he look like?
He's like I've never seen
white
him.
male.
I'll put this in a bag.
He then admitted he was planning to steal again, said he needed the cash to pay for his hotel. His friend, who he sounded scared of, was supposed to be the lookout. They'd done it before, but this time the store had pulled most of the expensive stuff off the shelves, so all he managed to grab was a cheap phone case. Too late though. Loss prevention had already spotted him and the cops were waiting.
Went into Walmart. My phone, I happened to. I have a problem with dropping it.
Okay.
I keep on busting screaming.
I get you, man.
It's all cut up.
Been there, done that. I hear you.
Shit.
I do the same thing.
So I can't use the screen.
Okay.
So I was gonna get a case and grab that. You know, my friend was in there. He came out. He was gonna do that. You know, do the thing too.
The
We're
phone
gonna just
thing
take
too,
him to the- yeah. Just we needed some money.
Okay.
So we were gonna just do that real quick and pay our rooms.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take care of things because you know he's kind of a tough boy. You know, Jacksonville, he's tough. You know.
Okay.
I linked up with him. I'm actually a little scared of him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got that. We all got that friend, right? We're a little worried about, yeah.
He's a
I hear
tough
you.
white boy.
Okay. So.
But he'll look out. Like.
Yeah.
I think he got my back.
Okay. Good.
I just can't tell him.
So how do we wind up in the situation with the officer? What happened
Dude,
there?
I really tried to do it.
Okay.
I went out. You know.
Okay. So you're
I
trying to
tried to
leave, and he
wait,
told
like-
you no.
Yeah, like I didn't like I resisted, but I didn't. You know what I mean?
He claimed he panicked and didn't mean to fight, but body cam footage showed the struggle, and the moment he reached into a pocket where police later found a knife, that move alone could have ended way worse. In the end, he was arrested not just for attempted theft, but for resisting and possibly battery on a cop. Spitting on the floor and refusing to comply didn't help either. Ever seen Final Destination 4? I hope not. But if you did, you know about the escalator part. However, this video is real life. While riding an escalator, a woman suddenly loses her balance and takes a hard fall. Each time she tries to stand, the moving steps knock her down again, making it nearly impossible for her to regain control. The ordeal only ends when someone nearby presses the emergency stop button, bringing the escalator to a halt. It's a sharp reminder how dangerous escalator accidents can be and how crucial it is for bystanders to act fast in these situations.
I'm a prick.
Your family is from India. You have no respect. You have no rules. You think you can push everyone? Push. That's what you think you are. You guys are crazy.
Here's a video of a Karen who just wanted to end up on the no-fly list. This video captures a woman going out of her way to harass and verbally attack a family for no clear reason. Whether it was too many drinks or just a case of unfiltered aggression, her behavior quickly spirals into something both bizarre and mean-spirited. Karen of the Year?
To record your tandoori.
Please do. My tandoori.
Yeah, your tandoori sticky.
Wow.
Yeah. Want some more?
Please, by all means.
Some more?
Sweetheart,
Don't like it.
no, you can remove her though for being rude and racist right now. Can you do that or no?
It doesn't care about racist. You're racist towards me. I'm American.
So are we.
You're not American.
No? Not American?
Not originally, no. You're from.
I was born in America.
No, you weren't.
Yes,
I
I
saw your
was.
passport.
Yeah, you want to see my passport? Is that I gotta make you help me? Wow. Karen's right here.
I'm angry.
This is toxic, massively toxic. Tell my kids to shut up. You got a mouth on you, sweetheart. Drink some more. Drink some more.
Eventually, after several minutes of her offensive and racially charged outburst, a United Airlines staff member stepped in and removed the woman from the shuttle.
Please take her off the bus. Get off the bus.
Shut up. You really want to do this?
Yeah, get off the bus, racist.
No, I want to be in this bus. It's not right for them to say that to me.
We need her off the bus. You need to get off the bus.
No, you need to get off the bus.
The right people are here, standing like up for us. Thank God for that. Here we go. Here we go.
Shut up. I'm not getting off the bus. I want to show you.
She was later arrested and placed on the no-fly list.
The police are looking to arrest her. She was incredibly abusive. Her husband got in my face and all this nonsense. But United handled this like a champ, and basically is going to put her on a no-fly list. So.
A horse found itself in the middle of a high-stakes moment on the tracks, caught between two oncoming trains. Passengers on board could feel the tension rise as one train barreled toward them from the opposite direction. But just when it looked like disaster was certain, the horse calmly trotted right between the two trains and phased in unbothered, as if it had planned the whole thing. That horse sure was in a hurry, huh? Guess it couldn't hold its horses. This chilling footage shows 34-year-old Daniel Ortega enter the Las Vegas Athletic Club with an AR with cruel intentions. Surveillance footage shows Ortega approaching a front desk worker before pacing briefly and exchanging a few words with another employee. Without warning, he pulled out a gun and opened fire as one of the workers tried to run. He fired 24 rounds in total, taking the life of 31-year-old gym manager Edgar Quinones and injuring 3 others.
On there?
Yeah, I think I saw someone come in with an AR.
Come into the Las Vegas Athletic Club?
Yes.
The suspect has been identified as Daniel Ortega. He was 34 years old, 5 foot 11 inches tall, and weighed 180 pounds. This is after the shots have been fired and he had had a malfunction. The suspect is seen throwing a set of car keys while he paces back and forth, routinely looking out the front window. You'll see him take his wallet out of his back pocket and also toss that down on the floor.
According to police, the attack could have been even deadlier if Ortega's weapon hadn't jammed. Ortega would later run out and would be wounded by a police officer, which would end his life.
William 34, we got 2 rifles deployed. Multiple people inside this side. Still inside. Skeeter, take cover, he's coming out. Okay, right there. Hey.
We presume that when he opens this door is when our officers first see him, when Officer Javier fires the first round.
I haven't found any articles yet as to why David did what he did. Whatever the reason, it's not justifiable. On November 5, 2015, a 4chan user shared a strange story about a girl he worked with. She was homeless, played in a band, and worked for a shady company that was closing down. One day, she and a coworker were asked to pack boxes using tape guns, but one of the tape rolls had the word Eratos printed on it. When she asked about it, her coworker told her to ditch the tape and never say that word around management. He claimed he once worked in IT and that employees who searched that word were secretly flagged and later fired. At the time, no one on the thread had heard of Aratas, and the mystery deepened. A month later, someone else posted that Aratas might be some sort of HR software that gave a third-party company full access to employee data. They even tied big names like UPS and Unilever to it. Soon after, another user on 4chan's music board posted a list of obscure YouTube videos, one of which featured a man named Kronos claiming that Aratas was controlling his life. In captions hidden throughout the video, viewers found cryptic messages that linked to a band called KFC Murder Chicks, whose members were also homeless and who seemed to have bizarre overlaps with the original gun story. Digging deeper, people found even more strange connections. A user named Todd Ellsworth, a creepy portrait, and songs with Aratas in the description. It all felt like a sprawling conspiracy or a digital surveillance scheme, so advanced that it could erase mentions of itself online. But it wasn't. In August 2020, YouTuber toxicologists interviewed a man named DJ Roswell, who admitted he was behind the entire thing. He created Aratas as part of an alternate reality game to promote his band. Everything, the cryptic videos, strange images, and bizarre backstories, was made up to fuel the mystery. The portrait? Just a creepy police sketch from Hawaii. In the end, Aratas wasn't surveillance software or a digital ghost. It was a marketing experiment that never quite took off. In this clip, a crane is brought in to lift a truck that had fallen into a ravine, but things quickly take a dangerous turn. As the crane begins hoisting the vehicle, the balance shifts. The force and weight prove too much and the crane starts tipping. Onlookers watch nervously, unsure if the operator inside is about to go down with the machine. One misstep and the whole recovery mission could become a second accident. Take a look. As anyone who watches enough footage from railroad crossings can tell you, they often capture disaster in the making. This near miss was no exception. A man on a quad bike blew past the lower gates, blaring bells and bright red lights, barely avoiding a fast approaching train as a stunned bystander caught it all on camera.
What are you doing?
It's frustrating he put that poor dog in harm's way. He seriously couldn't have waited? A cyclist in the UK had a terrifying brushwood death at Duckett's Crossing. Despite the warning lights flashing, he decided to ride across the tracks. Big mistake. He waited for one train to pass, thinking it was safe, only to nearly collide with another train speeding through on the opposite track. Luckily, he realized what was happening just in time and pulled back. This wasn't a freak accident. Local officials say there have been 18 near misses at that crossing in just 18 months. The footage is now being used as a safety warning because moments like this are avoidable if people pay attention. A woman was live streaming talking to her chat before a creepy man approached her and asked how much. I'm sure we all know what that means, and the streamer's reaction says it all.
Huh? How much I go to your hotel?
Yes.
What should I say, Sarah? No. Not go to your hotel. Disgusting.
Disgusting indeed. On October 27, 2024, TikTok user Christine arrived early to stage a home for an upcoming showing. While getting everything ready for a potential buyer, she began to sense something strange. She could hear unexplained noises and movement coming from elsewhere in the house, even though no one else was supposed to be there. She captured the unsettling moment on video. Observe.
So I'm here. I'm trying to open the door. It's like stuck. Oh, I thought I was going to break it. Okay. Hello, realtor. Okay, let's turn on all the lights. Let's open up the blind. Hello? Oh my God. Okay, calm down. Hello? I'm freaking out. That has never happened before. Am I panicking? Is the house just old and creaky? And I just panicked for no reason? Girl, don't panic. Go back in.
Christine usually posts real estate videos to help market homes she's selling. So when she uploaded a clip claiming something strange happened while setting up a house showing, it caught viewers off guard. She said she arrived early to prep the home but soon heard unexplained noises inside, despite no one being visible. Shaken, she decided to wait in her car until the buyers showed up. When they did, she checked the property for squatters but didn't find anyone. Kel Morris was out hiking with his wife on a remote trail near a glacier just south of Anchorage, Alaska, when everything suddenly went sideways.
I was on my feet for a few feet, and then when I lost my footing and fell down, then it's just kind of a blur. It happened very fast. When it first happened, I was doubtful that there was going to be a good outcome.
They were making their way through some rough terrain when Kel lost his footing. It happened really fast, he said. One minute he was walking, the next he was sliding down a slope. Then things got way worse. As he slid, rocks came crashing down with him, and a massive 700-pound boulder slammed onto his body, pitting him in freezing water. At first, Kel didn't think he was going to make it. He was stuck, badly hurt, and half submerged in ice-cold water. His wife did everything she could, kept his head above the surface and tried to move the rock, but she knew they were in serious trouble. The water was so cold they didn't have much time. Knowing help wasn't close, she told him, "Don't go anywhere," and took off into the wilderness to find a cell signal and call for help.
The water was cold. I wasn't, I knew that I couldn't last very long in that water. And I'm thinking all day into the night before anybody can get to us, so we need to hurry. So she said, "Don't go anywhere," and took off to go get a signal.
Eventually, the Seward Fire Department made it out to the scene. After 3 long, painful hours, they were finally able to free him. Looking back, Kel knows how lucky he was. Seeing the photos and thinking about what happened, he admitted, "I was very lucky."
You see pictures of what it was, and then, in Alaska, people don't usually survive that. So I was very lucky.
While walking through a graveyard, TikTok user Julia Victoria noticed her dog suddenly stop and act terrified. She couldn't see anything unusual herself, but the dog clearly sensed something. Dogs are known for their heightened senses, and many believe they can pick up on things humans can't. Whatever was there, her dog didn't want any part of it. She caught the moment on camera. Take a look. I know what you're probably thinking. Maybe the dog was just startled by a squirrel or something off camera, but that theory doesn't really hold up once you see the next clip. This one was sent in by a viewer, and it's a little different. According to them, their dog has never stepped foot in the basement until now.
Do it again. What can I see? Come on. You did bite me. Come on. Come on. What's wrong? Help. Help me. Come on. What's going on, buddy?
Go. The notion that dogs possess a sixth sense isn't exactly groundbreaking, but these recent clips give it new weight. In each video, the dogs react with intense fear, trembling, freezing, or outright refusing to move, often in places their owners claim are completely ordinary. While skeptics might chalk it up to a squirrel or an unfamiliar noise, the timing and locations make the reactions hard to ignore, whether it's something supernatural or just heightened senses picking up on things we miss. One thing's clear: these dogs are reacting to something, and it's left a lot of people asking what that something might be. The video shows a really intense and chaotic scene during a vacation where a babysitter completely loses it after a man rejects her sexual advances. It kicks off with her suddenly punching and slapping the guy, who looks totally shocked by her outburst. Things quickly spiral into yelling, insults, and a physical fight.
Stop. Cut it out. Well, calm down and you'll sit up. Relax.
I can't live.
Calm down.
My baby kicking, bitch. You wanna pull my shit?
Roll over on your side.
You wanna pull my shit?
I'll pull your shit.
Oh yeah? You gotta stop. Hey, mommy, you required, please record. Mommy, stop. Mommy, please.
Well, now you got a felony.
Hey, mommy. You say what, mommy? Did I do anything wrong? Mommy. Mommy, I ain't don't try to direct call pussy ass. Hey, you pussy ass. Don't try to direct call you, hey, you cricket ass. Okay. Man, you bitch. Listen. Man, you letting this shit go down.
As the video goes on, the babysitter gets more and more wild, kicking, throwing stuff, even spitting. The man, who's apparently the dad of the baby she's watching, tries to calm her down but can't. At one point, she kicks him in the face and keeps yelling nasty things.
I'm suing you too, Mr. Patterson.
Can I talk to you for a second?
You talk, who? You gotta talk to God. You gotta talk to God. What's your name, sir?
Patton.
No, you, no, I'm not even, why are you doing me like that?
You already kicked me in the face.
I'm not even trying to do, you gotta try to put my legs where I'm pregnant.
Are you on?
Cause that nigga, I'm pissing on myself.
Are you on drugs?
Yo, they gon' prostitute y'all, dumbass, pussy ass. And I stand up on this bitch. Are you serious? I just stand up. Are you motherfucking? You lost your rabbit ass mind. I'm finna sue y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna sue y'all. You literally slammed me when all I did was stand up. I thought all we can do is stand up. Can't do nothing but stand up. I'm gonna look at.
Knock it off.
Ow! Look at this! Please, sir! Look at this! Now you wanna look! Now you wanna take his foot off! Oh yeah, your little fat funky ass gonna get sued. Yeah, your ass gonna get sued.
She's also begging and saying she just watched the baby and got paid $75 a night, hinting she might take the whole thing to court.
What's your badge number?
I'll tell you.
What's your badge number, bitch?
Calm down.
What's your badge number? Y'all put this escort down with his right, with his too. What's your badge number? What is your badge number? Please, sir, please. Sir, you a nigga, please, let him, please, sir. Let him.
Witnesses say they tried to break it up while the babysitter kept attacking the man and his wife. They're shocked by how violent she got. The man even ended up with a black eye.
All this?
Yes.
What happened? So we were up there, and they were like going at each other. And we could see their faces were all bloody and stuff. So we're like, oh shit. And we separated. Mike grabbed her, we were separated, and we're trying to stay in the middle. And she's cussing at us, threatening us, and all kinds of shit. And she started charging us, so I was just like, I'm backing up with her. Then she went after him and grabbed him, and I'm like, okay, this ain't gonna end well. I reached out, grabbed her up behind one arm, grabbed my arm, and just brought her down and laid her down. And that's when she was kicking her flare, and they grabbed her legs, and we were like, well, I guess we're right here for another counter.
Manny. How long has she worked for you?
Say 4 months.
4 months.
I hired her right before I started going to school for my GC.
So it's been about 4 or 5 months ago.
So, did you want to pursue criminal charges against her?
I ain't gonna reach out to my attorney in the morning. She's on probation.
Okay.
The couple explains that the babysitter had been living with them and watching their baby for about 4 months. The whole mess started because she made unwanted sexual moves toward the dad, and when he said no, she flipped out and started attacking both him and his wife. Even though they trusted her, the couple now feel they have no choice but to think about pressing charges to keep themselves and their family safe. They're still trying to process how quickly things went from normal to totally out of control, especially since she had seemed helpful before. In the end, the family decides to move on, planning to leave their home and cut all ties with the babysitter who betrayed their trust in such a violent way. The video ends with a messy aftermath of what started as a normal babysitting job, but ended in chaos, violence, and police involvement. Some sports fans will do just about anything to help their team win, even if it means dabbling in the bizarre. One woman was caught in the stands performing what looked like a voodoo ritual, apparently trying to curse the opposing team. Whether it was luck, superstition, or something stranger, her team came out on top, but it raises the question, what happens if the other side starts casting spells too? Seems like a risky way to play the game. In June 2011, a strange video popped up on a YouTube channel called Alan Tutorial. It was titled, How to Leak on a Piece of Paper, and ran just over a minute, but the content made no sense. Instead of showing any clear instructions, the video was a confusing mess of bizarre actions that left viewers scratching their heads.
You rip off a piece of paper, and you're gonna put the paper on the floor. Next thing you do is you gotta take the fork, and you're gonna have to ram a hole inside.
At first, the channel seemed like it was just doing odd nonsense tutorials, like how to make a windmill out of household items or how to fill a small trash bin with dirt. But as time passed, viewers began to notice a shift. The creator, Alan, started to appear distressed. He cried in some videos, got injured while filming others, and seemed to be falling apart mentally. One of the most disturbing uploads was Disc Tutorial, where Alan gets kidnapped in the middle of filming. He continues making the video even after slipping in his own blood inside the truck. From there, things spiraled. Despite being in captivity, Alan kept uploading. At one point, he read news headlines on camera just to stay connected. The entire thing turned out to be a fictional project by artist Alan Resnick, but unless you followed from the start, it was easy to mistake for a real breakdown. One comment under the Disc Tutorial video even said either this guy is a brilliant actor or something really bad is happening and we're all missing it. The series ended in December 2014 with a final upload called Tutorial, showing Alan bursting through a wall and escaping. Fans have since combed through each video trying to unpack the meaning behind it all. The leading theory is that Alan was portraying someone with autism kicked out of his home by an uncaring brother and girlfriend. In one video, Blue Chair Tutorial, he breaks down in tears, possibly because the chair reminds him of finding his mother after she died. That theory is tied to the video's caption, if your chair is on the floor, here is how you get it back and pick up all the pieces of something broken and unfair. Alan Resnick has never confirmed any of these interpretations. He's left the story open and it still sparks debate to this day. Next is a clip showing a dangerously careless decision by a man that nearly turned into a serious disaster right in the middle of his own backyard. It's honestly a miracle that saved this from becoming a full-blown disaster. When the man tossed that flaming object, it landed dangerously close to two parked cars. If the fire had caught, things could have gone downhill fast. The whole yard could have gone up in flames in seconds. Just watching it play out makes you realize how quickly a careless move can escalate. Some drivers just don't get it. In this clip, a fire truck is racing through an intersection. Lights flashing, sirens blaring, clearly on its way to an emergency. But one car either doesn't hear it or chooses to ignore it and pulls into the intersection anyway. It's the kind of move that can delay help when every second counts. Just as the fire truck made its way through the intersection, a car slammed right into it, causing a serious crash. Sure, the driver had a green light, but when emergency vehicles are coming, lights don't matter. You stop, you watch, you stay out of the way. This driver didn't, and now they've learned that the hard way. On the bright side, at least the firefighters were already on the scene.
All the way up there.
On February 28, 2025, a man tried to rob a juice shop in Ypsilanti just outside Detroit. The man managed to grab money from the register, but just as he was about to pocket the cash, a Good Samaritan stepped in and demanded he hand it back. The thief resisted, but the stranger had a stronger grip on him than he did on the money and wasn't about to let go.
Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. I'm letting you know. Put it back. I'm the owner. Put it back. Yeah, put it back. Put it back. Put the money back. All right. Put it back. All right, well, let me go. Okay, put it back. Put it back. Let me go. Yeah, put it back. I'll put it back.
The entire confrontation was captured from multiple camera angles, and at one point, the suspect's weapon, believed to be a fake, can be seen falling to the floor.
Don't hit me, dog. Don't do it, dog. Here, I'll put it back. I'll put it back. Leave it alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Oh, shit. She broke my foot. Put it back. All right. Put it down. I will. Put the money down. Let me go. Let me go. Let me fucking go. Sorry, go on president.
The Sierra should get free goods for life. Clips from the Appalachian Mountains always get people talking. Sure, some sounds can be explained like foxes or coyotes, but every so often something weirder pops up. In this case, a TikTok user started recording after hearing strange noises deep in the woods. While some viewers argued it was just a bobcat, others weren't convinced. What the user caught on camera has left the internet divided. Not sure what made that sound in the woods, but it was enough to send this guy running. He'd been hearing strange noises echoing through the Appalachian trees and decided to hit record. Some viewers say it's a bobcat, others aren't so sure. Whatever it was, he didn't stick around to find out. Ever heard anything like that out in the wild? Let us know. It all went down late at night in a hotel where two longtime friends, let's call them 2910 and 2909, were staying together with their kids. They'd known each other forever, probably back from their hometown. Things started when 2910's kids, who were supposed to be watched by 2909, went missing for a bit. When 2910 came back and saw his kids weren't where they should be, panic set in fast. That panic quickly turned into a heated argument between the two friends. It got loud with some pushing and shoving and looked like it might turn into a fight. Hotel staff had to step in to break it up and told both guys to leave since things were getting out of control. 2910 was clearly drunk and acting aggressive, banging on elevators and causing a scene. When the police showed up, they tried to calm him down. 2910 was clearly upset and explained that his kids had gone missing and he was desperate to find them.
Can we finish my part open?
What's going on, man? Nothing. Huh? Nothing. Okay. My kids were lost. Okay. Why is there aggression?
What do you mean aggression?
Like, why is all this? Because you're trying to figure out what's going on.
My kids went missing.
Okay.
And I tried to find the last people that were with my children, which is my best friend down the hall.
Okay.
And his kids wouldn't say where the last place they saw my children.
Okay.
So I kind of lost my... trying to understand where the my kids went.
Right.
Because they were with
Come on,
her
have a cheer
kids
competition tomorrow.
the last time I saw them.
Understandably, 2910 was frantic. His kids meant everything to him, and not knowing where they were sent him into a panic. The cops tried to get him to settle down, but he was still anxious and frustrated. Meanwhile, the hotel staff had already decided they didn't want either of the guys there anymore, especially with a big cheer competition coming up the next morning. So they told 2910 he and his family had to be out by 11 p.m. That hit him hard. He was already overwhelmed and now had to find a new place for his kids and himself right before an important event.
All right, so we gotta go at 11 o'clock at night.
Then can he go and can I stay here with my kids? Because
They told me everybody.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Josh?
What the is this? I lost my
Over here and talk
kids,
to
bro.
Henderson over here.
I lost my kids.
Is the rest of the
bro.
story with him?
Yeah, wait, you can't even make eye contact
Yes, sir.
anymore?
Yes, sir.
You
Hey, we're not doing that, okay? Come on.
What are we gonna? Where are we gonna? I don't want to go over there.
Why are you so aggressive with me?
Because you're making me leave. We have a cheer competition tomorrow morning,
Relax.
and now I gotta find another place to stay.
Relax.
Stop.
No, we're gonna.
Stop.
Don't approach me.
I'm not
with your videos.
Okay.
Go, baby.
Stop.
We're gonna go somewhere else, honey.
Stop. Be quiet.
This is the stupidest I've ever heard in my life.
Stop. Calm yourself.
I'm calm.
No.
I lost my kids, and this turned into a whole. You gotta go.
Stop.
Because you're a.
Lower your voice. I'm sorry.
Okay. You just gotta go, okay?
Yeah, he's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're okay, bro.
Start backing up.
We're gonna pack our and we're gonna go.
At one point, the cops asked to check for weapons just to be safe. He insisted he had nothing but his kids and himself. You really got the sense he was trying to hold it all together.
You wanna watch?
No.
You wanna watch?
Josh.
Clown.
Josh.
Go on, sweet.
Can we have like 20 minutes or so?
29.
Just for our safety, no firearms, nothing like that you wear?
What?
No firearms, nothing like that? Just for our safety. Just want to be sure.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta be kidding me.
I came around like 4 hours.
I lost my kids, bro. I was freaking out because I lost my kids. And I'm victim to this. Have you ever lost your kids before?
I haven't.
No. So you don't know how it feels. You don't know what it would think mentally.
I want to lose one.
But you're gonna kick me out of this hotel. Huh?
Man, pack your stuff. Pack your stuff. We're not gonna be here all day. Okay.
I'm sorry, but like, are we gonna be charged for like this whole entire state?
So once we get downstairs, we'll figure everything out. Okay.
This is unbelievable. You want to walk me out?
Go ahead.
You want to hold my hand?
Keep walking.
You want to hold my
Keep
hand?
walking.
You want to hold my hand?
Okay.
Come on, Dad.
What are you looking at? Don't get behind me.
What's up?
Don't get behind me.
Then things took a turn for the worse. 2910 lost it and punched a staff member in the face. The officer had to step in immediately and restrain him, cuffing him tightly behind his back. It was a tense scene, yelling, pushing, and a lot of stress in the hotel halls.
What's up?
What's up? I was born before you. Smarter than you. Don't look at me. Don't judge me. I lost my kids, dude. I lost my.
Hey, man.
I lost my. I lost my.
Put your hands behind I got this on.
right? This could have been easier. Could have been with your family. Instead, you want to act a fool? That's fine.
I'm not acting a fool. You were the one that's acting a fool. I'm okay. I'm not aggressive at all. That's that. I ain't aggressive at all.
You hold him right there, I'll just lock him.
Which side? You alright? Good? You good? Yeah. I'm alright. Yeah, bro. Okay.
Later, a staff member said the whole thing started when 2910 realized his kids weren't in the room with 2909's kids. He got angry, started pounding on a bathroom door and yelling. When staff tried to calm him down, he punched one of them. The staff tried to help find the kids, but 2910 kept getting more worked up, blaming the other family for what happened. It's a sad story because these two were friends until that night. The fear and stress about missing kids pushed everything over the edge. Charges for disorderly conduct, battery, and battery on a law enforcement officer were filed against 2910, but they were later dropped, probably because of how emotional and intense the situation was. In the end, it's a messy, emotional story about a dad's desperation and a friendship falling apart under pressure, all happening in a stressful hotel on a night that could have been way worse. Tire blowouts are no joke, and this clip proves it. The moment the explosion happens, it's loud, sudden, and dangerous. It's the kind of thing that makes you flinch, even watching from a screen. If you've never seen one before, this might make you think twice about standing too close during a tire check.
Waar die naak is eruit.
Luckily, the man standing near the massive tire walked away with only minor injuries. The blast was powerful enough to feel like an explosion, and considering how close he was, it's fair to say he's lucky to be alive. It's a kind of near miss that reminds you just how dangerous these situations can be. This woman and her friends were cruising through town, confidently enjoying the sun and flaunting their beachwear, something pretty typical in tropical spots like this. But out of nowhere, someone throws a piece of trash at her, and she's clearly not having it. Wearing only a bikini, she jumps out of the car and walks straight up to the woman, giving her a quick smack on the head. Her boyfriend tries to step in, but the car speeds off. You have to wonder, what made someone think throwing trash at a stranger was okay in the first place? In March 2025, police in Pleasant Prairie were alerted by a flock camera system about a stolen Ford F-450 work truck that had been linked to trailer theft and several catalytic converter thefts in nearby areas. The truck, reported stolen out of Lake County, Illinois, was soon spotted at a gas station by Kenosha police. When the driver, 56-year-old John Miller, saw the squad cars, he took off, triggering a high-speed chase. Kenosha police dropped out of the pursuit, and the sheriff's office stepped in to take over. Pleasant Prairie officers coordinated their response as the chase headed south on I-94. What made things even more serious was Miller's background. He was out on bond for 4 felony cases in Wisconsin and had a criminal record dating back to 1999, including drug trafficking, resisting arrest, and forgery convictions in Arizona.
South on lane 1, south of 142. Advice County, I'm going to try to set up at sea. work truck.
I'm not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. Son of a bitch. I'll be in the area. I got spikes. Oh, fuck. Come on, bro, you gotta move, dude. Motherfucker. Stop, stop, stop.
Go ahead. Come on, go, go.
Positive spike. Positive spike, positive spike, positive spike, positive spike.
Go, 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 go. Sheriff, those guys,
PD, we're trying to box in. Right under ML.
Let it use this semi. Let it use this semi.
Okay, he just hit us. He just hit us. Alright, we got him pinned in, pinned in, pinned in.
Copy, pinned in.
Hands! 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 Show me your hands! Show me your fucking hands! Hands! Let me see your hands!
Police got John to stop and had to shut down the entire I-94. They went to the back of his truck and made a shocking discovery.
In the seat! There's a dog in there, there's a dog in there. This is the Pleasant Prairie Police Department. You're under arrest. Stop! Crossfire, crossfire, crossfire. You're under arrest. Stop! The vehicle with your hands in the air. Do it now. Turn it off! Hey, there's a bunch of people in front following commands for 43. We got a bunch of cops trying to talk to them. Climb out of the fucking car! Stop reaching around! Don't fucking reach, motherfucker! Get out! You're gonna get shot! Get the fuck out! Stop shitting on me, relax! Climb out! Come here, dog. Right now! Let us have a fucking high-speed chase. Get the hell out of there. Watch out, the dog's gonna... Get the fuck out right now!
We'll deal about the dog in a second.
It took a while, but John finally cooperated and police made sure to get their money's worth.
I got dog, I got dog, I got dog. Watch out with that dog, watch out with that dog. Your hand. Moron.
214, PD, we're taking him into custody right now.
You're under arrest. Get on your fucking stomach. You're good, come on. Woo. Hey, you're good, bud. You're good.
Hey, puppy. Hi, puppy.
Can't. He's twisting my whole fucking body over. I got the knife. I got a knife in my pocket, I told you. We'll take a city CSO and we got state here for 1050 with the squad. I got a 27.
John Miller, 56, was hit with a long list of charges after leading police on a chaotic chase in a stolen Ford F-450 work truck tied to multiple thefts across Wisconsin. These charges include felony counts for taking a vehicle without consent, fleeing police, first-degree reckless endangerment, 5 counts, damaging highways, 2 counts, and a staggering 56 counts of bail jumping. He also faces charges for resisting officers, carrying a concealed knife, and hiding stolen property. The judge overseeing the case noted that the bail jumping charges alone could land him a life sentence and set his cash bond at $150,000. One squad car involved in the pursuit suffered $15,000 in damage and now needs major repairs. This happened sometime in the 90s and shows a black bear attempting to gain entry into this blue car. Take a look. Tourists are seemingly unfazed by the bear and even took some pictures. However, they would quickly learn to keep your distance from such a fierce creature.
Oh, I'm sorry. Smells that food back there.
The bear was eventually successful as it shatters the glass and enters the vehicle searching for food. Tourists can't believe what they're seeing. If that ain't scary enough for you, how about the bear making itself at home in the car? The footage abruptly ended there, but I imagine the car owner won't be too happy about that. Security cameras are meant to make you feel safer, but sometimes they only raise more questions. That's exactly what happened to a dog owner in upstate New York. After their dog kept acting strange for no clear reason, a friend decided to install a camera to figure out what was going on. The footage, shared by Reddit user jhood3119, shows a bizarre figure walking through a snowy yard. It moves oddly, appeared to be wearing a headlamp, and carries what looks like a flashlight, but halfway across the screen, it suddenly vanishes. The flashlight beam still shows on one side, but the figure is gone. Some viewers think it's just a person behaving weirdly. Others believe it might be something more, especially after seeing the dog's intense reaction. Whether it was human or something else, one thing's for sure, that dog knew something was out there. What do you think? A well-known hiker with a big online following has been found dead after disappearing in an Arizona park. 31-year-old Hannah Moody had built an audience of over 40,000 Instagram followers by sharing her outdoor adventures and love for nature.
Classic example of focusing way too much on the negative that you miss the positive.
Scottsdale police say Hannah Moody's body was discovered near the Gateway Trailhead in the McDowell Sonoran Preserve. Her friends reported her missing the day before when they couldn't reach her. Attempts to locate her through her phone didn't work, so a ground search was launched. Eventually, a Maricopa County Sheriff's helicopter spotted her about 600 feet off the trail.
This is your reminder to come back to the present moment. Do things that bring you back to the present. Hiking is something that I know always brings me back to the moment, and it's something I purposely do, not only because I enjoy it.
Police have ruled out foul play in the death of Hannah Moody. They found no visible injuries on her body. The medical examiner is now working to determine what caused her death. On April 18, 2025, a crew launched a day-long armed robbery spree that stretched from early morning to late evening. It started around 1 a.m. and ended close to 11 p.m. They hit 5 different 7-Eleven stores in and around Los Angeles, including locations in Baldwin Park and Pasadena. Each time, they pulled up in a stolen blue Hyundai Sonata. One person stayed behind to keep watch while the other stormed inside with a blue steel handgun, equipped with an extended magazine that's still missing.
Huh? Give me all the money, bro, all the money. Nah, just the money, that's it, just the money, I don't want to kill you, just the money. Alright, that's it, alright? You're my guy, alright? I just want the money, alright? No, please, relax. You're okay, right? You calm? I just want the money, everything. You can give me the bottom, the hundreds, right? No, what about this one? Please, brother, please, brother, hurry, brother. This one. I want this one. I'm a nice one. I'm not gonna do anything. I just want that. That's all I want. No issues, brother. Everything, brother. Is that vape? Can I have a vape? No vape. Okay, alright. Have a good night, brother.
At about 9:50 p.m., officers in Alhambra spotted them trying to pull off yet another robbery and gave chase. The pursuit ended in downtown Los Angeles, where LAPD Central Division stepped in. 3 suspects were taken into custody, a 4th ran off and hasn't been found. The suspects arrested include 21-year-old Jakuri Tobias, booking number 7960, along with 2 teens, ages 15 and 17. On January 17, 2024, a man walked into 7-Eleven in West Covina, California, acting like he was just another late-night customer until he lifted his shirt to show a gun tucked into his waistband and told the clerk to start stuffing cash into a plastic bag.
That's when the clerk opens the register and starts removing all of the money from the cash drawer, putting stack after stack of money into the black plastic bag.
But just as things were going his way, fate, or rather someone he really didn't want to see, stepped through the door and turned the whole robbery on its head. Officers later recovered roughly $400 in cash along with a loaded handgun from the suspect. It's hard to imagine a faster or luckier police response than this one. A dashcam in Mudgee, New South Wales captured a moment that'll make your stomach drop. What starts as a calm drive turns tense in seconds. It's a clear reminder that danger doesn't always give you a heads up. One moment you're cruising, the next chaos. Simon Somerville had just loaded some boxes into the back seat and pulled away when seconds later, lightning struck a tree nearby. The impact sent a massive branch crashing down right onto his car. He shared the dashcam footage online with a capture that summed it up perfectly. Guess I should buy a lottery ticket. At least he was a good sport about it. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.